how are you?
Hey, good.
How are you?
Good, what's new?
Nothing much.
Hey, hands are nice.
So I've known Patrick now for pretty much his entire life. We have followed him and worked with the family together for managing his seizures. He has epilepsy, and also he has some developmental disabilities. Patrick has really grown up over the last few years. It's really nice to see. He expressed a desire to become more independent, and that was the entree to begin to discuss being more in charge of his care, understanding his medications, understanding how to make an appointment, thinking about living in a way outside his parents' home.
I make sure I have my pills in my lunchbox when I go to work. I usually do it all by myself, without my mom's help. It makes me feel responsible because when I leave, when I get out of her house, I need to know how to be prepared without her help.
I do feel like it will be nice for him to get into his own home and to be able to pay all of his own bills and go to work and do all of that without a whole lot of my help. But I do believe we're going to need to have some resources from the county helping out a little bit.
We've talked about medical transitioning. We know that will happen at some future date where we'll get you set up with adult neurology. In terms of the medical transition, we are beginning those conversations. I mean, I think for a lot of families, it's challenging to transition from the pediatrician or the pediatric neurologist, the pediatric subspecialist, to an adult physician. Simply, we have taken care of many of these kids for years, and we've gotten to know the families, they've gotten to know us. So you can imagine when you know somebody close to 20 years, it's very hard to make that move to a provider who you don't know.
I'll definitely miss Dr. Barron when I get transmitted to a new doctor. He has been there for me all my life. We're buds, and it's just going to be very emotional.
All right, so tell me what else is going on with you.
My mom's helping me.
It's so important that information be shared, and it's so much easier nowadays to share information because many of us are on the same electronic health record. The goal should be that when that patient, that adult, now arrives at a new physician, they don't look at them and say, I don't know anything about you. Whereas they say, well, Dr. Barron has provided me this nice summary which goes over all your issues, goes over your goals, tells me about your parents' involvement. And for a patient, that would be much more comforting than walking in sort of naked to a physician's office and the doctor not knowing anything about them.
I feel more confident that Dr. Barron will help us with the transition, yes. I am very nervous about it. I am a parent of a special needs child is going to be nervous with every step that we take. But it's not going away. There's obstacles with everything.
I feel like I'm ready to get out in the world more. I learned enough through my high school career and through all the programs I've been in, and I've learned a lot of life skills, and I feel like I'm finally ready to go out in the world.